You know what? I have traveled enough times to think I had this whole airport security thing figured out. And then last month, I watched a woman in her 70s get pulled aside at the checkpoint. Her bag went through the scanner and 3 TSA agents suddenly appeared. She looked confused and honestly, a little scared. Turned out it was not anything dangerous. It was something completely innocent that 90% of travelers pack without even thinking twice about it. And here's the thing. If you are over 55 and planning to fly soon, there are 10 everyday items you are probably packing right now that could get you flagged at security. Some of them will really surprise you, like your medications. Yeah, even those. I am going to walk you through all 10. Plus, I am going to tell you about one phone call that changes everything. A number most seniors do not know exists, but once you call it, airport security becomes so much easier. So stick with me here, because by the end of this, you are going to feel a lot more confident the next time you fly. Number 1. The overstuffed bag problem. Let us start with something that seems harmless. You have packed your carry-on perfectly. Every inch is used. You are proud of yourself because everything fits and you did not have to check a bag. But here is what nobody tells you. When your bag is packed that tight, the TSA scanner cannot see through it. Everything blends together into one solid mass. And to them, that looks suspicious. They call it an opacity issue. Basically, the machine just gives up and flags your bag for a manual search. I learned this the hard way flying out of Phoenix. My bag was so full I practically had to sit on it, zip it closed. At security, it got pulled aside immediately. The agent opened it up and everything I would pack so carefully just exploded everywhere. Sweaters, shoes, my pill organizer, all laid out on that metal table while a line of people watched. We barely made our flight. So here is what to do instead. Leave about 20% of your bag empty. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that little bit of breathing room makes a huge difference. The scanner can actually see what is inside, and you will not end up repacking in public. Plus, if you are traveling with medications or medical equipment, you need quick access to them anyway. Which brings me to the next mistake. Number 2. The medication confusion nobody talks about. This one really gets me fired up, because so many seniors do not know this rule. Your prescription medications are allowed in amounts over 3.4 ounces. They do not have to follow that tiny bottle rule. Even if your bottle is huge, even if it is a 90-day supply, you can bring it. But here is where people mess up. They do not declare them properly, or they hide them at the bottom of their bag because they think they are breaking a rule. One traveler told us her Miralax got confiscated because she did not know she could bring it. She was flying to Houston for cancer treatment and needed it for medical tests the next morning. Without a car, getting another bottle became a huge problem. So here is what you do. Pack all your medications in a clear bag that you can pull out easily at security. Keep them in their original prescription bottles when possible. And here is the magic phrase to use. I have medically necessary liquids to declare. That is it. The TSA agent will inspect them separately, and you will be fine. And if you are worried about having 10 or 15 different medication bottles, do not be. Medical necessity trumps the liquid rules. Just be upfront about it. Now, before we go further, leave me a comment below. What is your biggest worry about going through TSA? Because I want to make sure I am covering what actually concerns you. Number 3. Why your jewelry could get you searched. Okay, this one sounds ridiculous until it happens to you. Tangled jewelry sets off alarms like crazy. Not because it is suspicious, but because on the scanner, a bunch of necklaces twisted together looks like a dense metallic blob. TSA calls it a spaghetti mass, and it looks eerily similar to wires or weapon components. I actually saw an older woman burst into tears at LAX when an agent had to untangle her jewelry piece by piece in front of hundreds of people. Her engagement ring rolled off the table. The whole thing was just awful. But there is an easy fix. Thread each necklace through a drinking straw, or put each piece in a separate small bag. Even a pill organizer works great for earrings and rings. The point is separation and visibility. If the scanner can see each piece clearly, you will not have any problems. And speaking of things that look weird on scanners, wait until you hear about the next one. Number 4. Your charging cables are a red flag. How many of you have a bag of charging cables that looks like a nest of snakes? Phone charger, laptop cord, maybe a CPAP machine cable if you use one for sleep apnea. When those cables overlap and twist together, the scanner cannot tell what is underneath. It creates dark spots on the screen that have to be investigated. And if you are traveling with medical equipment, like a CPAP or nebulizer, this becomes even more important. Here is what works. Use Velcro tees to wrap each cable separately. Put them all in one transparent pouch, and place that pouch at the very top of your bag so it is easy to pull out if needed. One frequent traveler told us that after he started using a labeled cable organizer with separate pockets, his security time dropped from 15 minutes to about 2. That is the kind of efficiency we are going for here. Number 5. The liquid rules that catch everyone. Alright, let us talk about the 3-1-1 rule. 3.4-ounce bottles. 1 quart-sized bag. 1 per person. Most people know this, but here is what shocks travelers all the time. Certain solid items count as liquids. Peanut butter, cream cheese, even a really soft bar of soap. If TSA thinks you could spread it, pour it, or pump it, it is a liquid. One woman told us she lost expensive maple syrup because the bottle was just slightly over the limit. Another had face cream tossed right into the bin. And here is the frustrating part. The container size matters more than what is actually in it. If you have got 1 ounce in a 4-ounce bottle, that bottle's too big. It has to go. Now, international travel is even stricter. Some countries ban fresh fruit, vegetables, and meat entirely. We are talking $500 fines if you fit an apple in your backpack. So before you fly, especially internationally, check what is allowed. And when in doubt, leave it out. Okay, we are halfway through and have covered 5 big mistakes. The overstuffed bag, medication confusion, tangled jewelry, messy cables, and those sneaky liquid rules. But the next 5 are even more important, especially if you have any kind of medical device or mobility aid. Real quick though, hit that like button if this is helpful so far, and drop a comment telling me which of these mistakes you have made. I read every single one. Alright, let us keep going. Number 6. Medical devices and the rights you did not know you have. This is the section I really want you to pay attention to, because this is where TSA actually has special accommodations for seniors. But most people have no idea. If you use a walker, cane, wheelchair, or scooter, those will be x-rayed or hand inspected. That is normal. But here is what you need to know. If you have a pacemaker, defibrillator, or metal joint replacements, tell the TSA agent before you go through the scanner. Do not wait until the alarm goes off. Just say it up front. One traveler commented that she called her airline a week ahead about her new metal knees and requested accessibility screening. She said being upfront about it made everything so much smoother. And if you are 75 or older, you automatically get some benefits. You can leave your shoes and light jacket on. You get an extra pass through the scanner if needed. But you have to speak up and let them know. Here is the number you need to write down. 855-787-2227. That is TSA Cares. Call them 72 hours before your flight. They will walk you through exactly what to expect at your specific airport. You can even request a passenger support specialist to meet you with security. This one phone call is a game changer. Trust me. Number 7. When your snacks look dangerous. This one's kind of funny until it happens to you. Dense foods like hummus, thick cheese, or even a really hearty sandwich show up on the scanner as dark, opaque blobs. And those blobs look exactly like what TSA is trained to watch for. One person said their fig Newtons got flagged because they looked like plastic explosives on the screen. They all had a good laugh about it afterward, but it delayed them by 20 minutes. Another traveler mentioned trail mix holding them up for 45 minutes. Who knew, right? For flights is simple. Pack your food in clear containers and keep it near the top of your bag. Stick to dry snacks when possible. Things like crackers, granola bars, or plain nuts. And if you are bringing anything creamy or moist, make sure it is under 3.4 ounces and in your liquids bag. Number 8. Where you pack your laptop matters more than you think. If you have ever been that person digging through your bag trying to find your laptop while the line backs up behind you, you know how stressful this is. TSA needs to see large electronics separately. Laptops, tablets, sometimes even e-readers. When they are buried under clothes, the scanner sees a big dark square surrounded by mystery. And that gets flagged every time. So pack your electronics at the very top of your bag. Flat, facing the same direction. Some bags even have a laptop compartment that unzips and lays flat, which makes screening super easy. And here is a tip many seniors do not think about. Do you really need a laptop? Most of us can do everything on a tablet or phone these days. Less weight, less bulk, less hassle. Number 9. Your luggage design affects everything. The actual design of your luggage affects how easily TSA can scan it. Cheap, unstructured bags create overlapping layers that confuse the scanner. But a well-designed bag with clear compartments? The scanner can see everything clearly. And here is something most people do not realize. Medical equipment does not count toward your bag limits. Your CP, AP machine, your cane, your medication bag, none of that counts against you. So if you are worried about having too much stuff, remember that medical necessity gets you extra allowances. Number 10. The too many bags mistake. Last one. And this trips people up all the time. Airlines say you can have one carry-on and one personal item. But if your stuff is spread across 3 or 4 bags, you are going to slow down security and annoy everyone behind you. Plus, each additional bag increases the chance of something getting flagged. So consolidate before you get to the airport. Use bags that attach to each other. Wear your bulkier items instead of packing them. One traveler said she used to fly with 3 bags and it was chaos. Then she got organized, fit everything into one carry-on in a small backpack, and her security time dropped by 75%. That is the kind of efficiency that makes travel actually enjoyable again. Here is the one thing that changes everything. Alright, here is what I really want you to take away from this. TSA actually has an entire program designed to help travelers exactly like you, but they do not advertise it very well. That number again, 855-787-2227. TSA cares. Call them 72 hours before you fly. Tell them your concerns, whether it is medications, medical devices, mobility issues, whatever. They will coordinate with your specific airport and have someone ready to help you through security. I know airports can feel overwhelming these days, but here is the truth. You have got decades of life experience. You have handled way harder things than airport security. You just need to know the current rules. And now you do. So comment below and tell me, which tip are you going to use on your next trip? I would love to hear from you. And hey, if this helped you feel more prepared, I really appreciate it. Safe travels, and remember, you have got this.